Hello, Patricia here today with a video on using Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. This is a little scary for me, and this is my first time using them. I'm no expert, but I did want to share my experience. So I cut out all the images using Gina K amalgam ink, and then I just started putting down some pencil and then using water on my brush to pull the color to the center, I guess. So I did that for all of these images. I just colored them, and then wherever I thought that there needed to be a little more color, I would add more color and then add more water and kind of just go back and forth until I thought, there was enough color and it kind of gave me the look I was going for. So obviously I sped this up considerably. So once that was done, I took a piece of cardstock that was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I scored it at 2 3/4, and that was my place card. I then just inked the edges, and then, just to not make it look so stark. And once I did that, then I placed all my images on the card and tried to just figure out placement and what I thought looked best. So I just taped the inside of the card so it stayed down so I could put the images down, which they still end up moving around. But anyway, it helps. So I placed them, figured out what I liked. I actually then decided that, time to glue them down. So I glued everything down, and I just kept using the pumpkin just to have an idea of how far out I wanted those pieces to be. And so that's what I'm doing here. And I'm using liquid glue for the most of it. And when I do use regular tape runner, I do still put liquid glue because it just helps you wiggle when necessary. So that's what this is. And so here's my place card, and I think it came out pretty good. So here I started adding just a little bit of highlights with a white gel pen. I found it a little hard to do on the water paper. So I then decided to use glossy accents instead. So I use glossy accents, just a little bit here and there just to give it a little shimmer on the leaves, and you'll see just kind of a little bit here and a little bit there. So that's what was going on here. And then that was it. Then I was done. So I think it came out pretty good. So the next part of the video is I did the same thing, but this time I clear embossed the ink. So I stamped it with black, and then I clear embossed it so the edges are raised. And I just felt that kind of gave it a little bit of a crisper look, kept the black crisper looking. So then I did the same thing. I laid down the color, and then I took water and I pulled it to the center as best I can, and I continued that process for all these images as well. And if you stick around to the end, I do show you the comparison between the two, that which is just stamped and that which is embossed. And I definitely do think that the embossing looks better, but everybody's got different tastes. So that's the look that I was going for. I like that you could see the black lines better. But I do have to say, for my first time using these watercolor pencils, I think that it came out pretty good. So if you're thinking about it, I think you should give it a shot. Thank you for watching, and stay till the end. Hopefully you'll vote on what you think, embossed or not embossed. Thank you.